All right, friends of the Chicken Protocol, it is time now for the Packet of the Week, brought to you by the Packet Guide to Core Network Protocols. We're here live from, well, your backyard. Just take a look outside the window and there you'll see us. Nope, a little to the left. Yep, there we are. There we are. And here was the Chicken Protocol Packet of the Week number 13. Remember that we're doing something a little different. We are investigating this particular address and some of the aspects of a network like this one. And as was correctly pointed out by Nettingil, I think that's how you say it, these are what we call 1918 addresses, or private addresses. These are used in conjunction with network address translation. They are not routed on the public internet. In fact, public DNS entries will not point to these addresses either. And there's a selection from RFC 1918 for you, a direct quote right out of there, and shows you also how far back this particular RFC goes. Now, we can't talk about 1918 addresses without also talking about network address translation a little bit. So the RFC for NAT is 1631. It's actually been updated and modified and added to quite a bit over the years, but that's where the whole thing starts. And we talked about a device called a translator. Now, this particular RFC was trying to address two problems. The one that most folks know about is address depletion, but there's also this whole question of route scaling. As the number of IP version 4 addresses that are being used goes up, routing tables also grow. And this was initially addressed with variable length subnet masks, or VLSM. Note also that security is not part of this discussion. So network address translation was not originally designed as a security tool. In fact, it sometimes creates problems for security. And of course, at the time, IP version 6 was just a dream. So that's part of the discussion, but what happens if we change it a little bit to look at the network itself, remembering that an address of 1.1 actually sits on a network of 1.0. What can we learn about a network like this one? Well, that'll do it for this week's Chicken Protocol Packet of the Week. Thanks very much for watching. Thanks for listening. Remember that it's time to subscribe, because we have a subscriber giveaway coming up at the end of this week. On Friday, I'll be giving away a copy of each one of the two books. And if you've got suggestions for us, remember to send them to me at thechickenprotocol@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe here on YouTube. Lastly, I got to thank Nettingil for being the very first one to offer a comment. That was awesome. And I'll see you guys next week. Remember, we're hoping that your packets always reach their destinations.